Yeah, man. First of all, I want to say rest in peace to, what I'm saying, to the Bryant family. Kobe Bryant passed away, oddly enough, right before the Grammys. Um, just like, Whitney Houston did, you know what I'm saying? And, the cartoon that came out on the Cartoon Network, Comedy Central, of Kobe dying in a helicopter crash, and he was laying there. He was saying, "Help me," and they were like the people that were standing there. They said, "If you pass us your rings," and he was like, "Pass," and then it blew up. Pow! The helicopter blew up on flames, and the rings shot out, and it was right before the people, and they was like, "Those rings belong to Shaq anyway," stuff like that. And this was before his death. But I just I sent the kite out there. The one to broadcast. I think Stephen A. Smith. I was like, man, y'all better hold your head. I sent it to him because they probably wouldn't have got that. Because they're in a different world, man. That kind of goes back to what I was talking about, the worlds within worlds. Even on this level, you got the worlds stacked on one another, like the entertainment world, the sports world, and stuff like that. We're not a part of that world. I'm more closer, and I've said this before, because of the line of work I do. I'm more closer to a starship than I am to LeBron James. In 28, they said LeBron hit 28 and 8 and 8. I'm close. I'm in a different world. But through the TV, they allow us to peer into the other worlds. You see what I'm saying? The people like us, you know, we're able to peer into their world. They can't peer into my world. You see, and you take your entertainers, and you take your, those, people of that nature. They are here for the people. They're here to make us cry. They're here to make us sing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what happened to Kobe? Then uh, Stephen A. broke down, and then you see that, so you feel sad through him, even though for Kobe, but they have a lot of your entertainers and sports figures displaying, which is it's true, what they're displaying as far as their emotion, but those emotions tap into the people. They want to control how I feel, and control when I'm joy, control, make me angry, make me happy, make me sad. That's what the powers that, and they're using the people in entertainment, and so they're like court gestures. You know, it's just like Rome. You have to use the arena and use those situations to appease the people, or to uh, anger the people, and things of that nature. So the world that they are in, like, we can see them on the award shows or Grammys or whatever, but we're not a part of that world. That's their celebration. So, I'm not going to sit here and be happy, or in my world, I'm not even a part of that. Okay, that's what you got. Were you happy for me when I got a college degree? With the people in that world? No, it wasn't projected. So they are actually being used, as a projection to the people. You know what I mean? And what they have to do is they have to give up their lives. They have to give up their anonymity, for the money. So I have a riddle for you. What came first, the gift or the curse? You know what I'm saying? What came first, the gift or the curse? You know how people say, yo, it's the gift and the curse. Which one came first? For some people, believe it or not, the curse came first. You see? And I take that for those, who are generationally cursed. A lot of Caucasians generally got that it don't seem like it, but they have that generational curse. And a lot of black people, the gift came first. Like they try to say black people generally ain't no generation curse, man. The only reason we got generationally cursed through our generations is because the white man cursed you. God didn't curse you. Oh, he said that God cursed you. No, the white man cursed you. That's who cursed you through who gave you your generation curse, and they passed that curse of the hood, or passed that curse of drugs, passed that curse of death. They passed that down through you. But if you flip it, since we live on an inverted plane, just flip everything around. They're the ones with the generational curse, and we're not. And so for black people, the curse didn't come first. What came first for you that's trying to get into this cursed, world, is the gift. And they give you the gift through money, through opportunities. We talking about in that world. We're not talking about over this world. I can be making $200,000, $300,000 as an engineer. This a totally different world than the world over there. So when they give you those millions, you see, when they give you that type of money, when they give you that type of opportunity, the gift comes first. But then guess what comes second? The curse, right? And once they give you the gift and you living your life, oh man, you living your best life, like you flying out, got your own private plane, you multi-millions times over. A lot of times they didn't come off of your talent. It's people you can look at people on TV. You can look at the ones who so-called made it, the ones who are so-called winning. It ain't because of their talent, especially in music. Yeah, y'all ain't the best rappers. Y'all ain't the best singers. You're not the best hoopers in the world. You see what I'm saying? That gift was given to you because they saw something in you to be able to use you. They want to use you. You understand? For the people, for that projection. They want to use you to project homosexuality, throughout the world and throughout the black community. They want to use you to control the emotions and all the energies that come with that. And so once you receive your gift, and they want you and they step to you and you say, no, you don't want to be a part of that, that could be a problem with you, man. That could be a problem for you, if they do that. Because a couple things can happen. One is where they take back everything, like in the cartoon with Kobe, they want to take the rings back. Pass the rings to us. He was saying help. They said pass the rings. He didn't want to. He said pass. They was like, all right, boom. They ain't your rings anyway. The rings going back to the ring maker. And I'm just using it as an example. I'm not saying anything about this will happen with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's kind of like a symbolism. And the other thing that happens is, a few things can happen. One is you go ahead and become a part of it. And you go through your rituals and you go through your ceremony, and then you go ahead and do and be used whenever called upon for the projection, or however they want to use you. The second way is you die. You give everything back. So they say, okay, well, you need to give us everything back then. And you say, okay, you don't want to do it. The next thing that happened to you is all types of scandal and everything, and you lose your people, you lose your supporters, and they take everything away from you, and they run you crazy. Hold that. You know what I mean? They run you crazy out here in the streets, and next thing you know, you be like, how do you fall from that to that? And the third way is through death, where they actually just go ahead and take your life. It depends on how they feel, because they might be like, you know what, we just gonna take you up out of here. And then something happened to you. Drug overdose, plane crash, you know what I'm saying? There's so many, a brain tumor. He caught a brain tumor, woke up in the tub, drowning, some type of catastrophic event. You see? So, but through these different worlds stacked on top of worlds, I can see a lot of these things that's going on in their world. They can't see what's going. They're trying to peer into our world. You see, like our world is of the masses. And the only way they could really get into the world, because they used to try to get into it through music, now they got to use the internet and to find out what's really going on with the people. And so now these entertainers and all them are getting they're getting websites, not websites, but they're getting YouTube channels, and they trying to get closer to the people, and get close to the people and talk to the people, find out the minds of the people, see what they like and what they don't like. And then in the comments, they read in the comments section so they can really find out what's going on, and you control them that way, because the old way is not working no more, because the people, they're starting to lose the grip of the people. The entertainers, we don't care about you did the Michael Jackson. We don't care about your talents anymore. We're moving on to something else. And so now they have to go follow you instead of you following them. Now they want you to, they want to follow you to get you back to following them. And so this is the world we're in, man. And so with this world, like I hit a mom like, yo, y'all crying on TV, y'all basketball players, you better hold your head, because that was a signal to let you know if this is true. Because I have no proof that this is true what I'm saying as far as Kobe, but I know it is true as far as this entertainment and this world and these world stack. It's like the political world. That's another world that's stacked on top of that. We see glimpses of their world through media, through elections. We see glimpses of their world. You see. Through entertainment, we see glimpses of their world. When they run a touchdown, we about to watch the Super Bowl. That's a glimpse of their world. We're not a part of that world. We're in a totally different world with totally different rules. Totally different rules of engagement. And so those are your worlds on top, stacked on top of worlds. There's so many other worlds, man. And each one of these worlds have their leaders, have those who, with their agendas. The thing about it is they want to rule our world. We don't really have a world, and we'll just stick with the story. Anytime there's a person that's of this world that we're in, like we'll go with the story with Jesus, or we'll go with Bin Laden, somebody of the people. The president is not of the people. He told you, I'm just like you, I'm of the people. No, you work for the government. You have a boss. You're not of us, but they want to make it seem like they are of the people, right? And I'm coming to march on Mount Pilot to tell them to let my people go. Nah, man, nah, Obama, you work for them. So, but they want to come, that's pseudo. They want to come across as a pseudo leader. And every time we do have a leader, they kill him, because they don't. Martin Luther King, anytime they have a lead, but he was a part of it too. He was a part of it too, and so they want to carefully watch the people to make sure the people of this world that we're in, the masses, that no leader springs out amongst us, because every time they do, they're going to shut him down. Any semblance of a leader, Tupac, we're going to shut him down. But Tupac was from the other side, so he wasn't our leader either, because he wasn't of the people like that, because he was already on the entertainment side of the other world. He was from another world. You see? And so, that's kind of what I wanted to say. I just wanted to hit play, man, and just, but like I said, rest in peace to Kobe and to his family. That was definitely a heartbreaker, man. It was just like, wow. But they'll do that, though. They will take one that's gonna give an emotion, a big emotion to the people, and then the energy that comes off of that, use that energy that comes off of that. They want to get a reaction from the people, get a gut check. You still here? Tap you on the gut. You remember back in the day, niggas just tap you in the gut check. You know what I'm saying? They got a stomach out, nigga pop you on the stomach, gut check. That's what they doing. They doing a gut check, to make sure everything is good. And it could have been just fate. That could have happened too. But usually when stuff like this happen, there's certain identifiers. Cause they let them know who did this. I did this to you. Like, who did this? Just like when you have a terrorist movement with a bombing or something, who claim responsibility? They usually will be like, we did that. So if you look at, with that cartoon, seemed like that would be, and there was there was something else that was on Facebook too that predicted it, and they wanted them to turn it out. I actually saw it on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there, where they actually predicted that Kobe dies in a helicopter crash, and they wanted the person to take it down. I saw that. It was a couple years ago. I think it's 2017. But that's all I want to say, man. They just jerking your chain and want to get emotions out of you, because if they don't get any emotions out of you or get a gut check, they don't really know how the people feel. They want to make sure you ain't off on something else, like some old let's take over the world or take over the country type of thing. They got to keep their pulse on you. They got to make sure that nobody is born amongst you who then you have, so who was born amongst you who can change, who can change this world this pseudo world that they trying to create and trying to control of ours. They got to keep their hands on you, So, that's kind of all I wanted to say, man. On these worlds within worlds, that's stacked on top of one another. And they try to make it seem like it's all one world, but really it's not. It's not one world, man, because I don't know you guys. I don't know those people. And they work for the establishment. They work for that particular world. And what you'll get some of those that'll try to bleed over through social media into our world to try to act like they're a part of us, and they're really not. Somebody calling in. They're really not. Decline that. They're really not. They're not in our world. They are false prophets. They're false prophets, and they're doing it for profit too. They're false prophets. They want to try to peer into our world, because that's the only way that they can really peer into our worlds, through social media, and try to get some likes and try to get, some comments to really take a pulse of the people, because we're not reacting to the music anymore. We're not reacting to the oohs and the ahs of these agents that's coming from these entertainment worlds, that's coming from the political world, that's coming from all these other different type of worlds, you see? So just, I say, get more engulfed and be more entrapped into our world, not being trapped. You see, because our world is the way out, believe it or not. Their world is not the way out. The world of Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I always use Jay-Z, let me quit picking on Jay-Z, but the world of these people you see on TV in the entertainment world, that's not the way out. They try to project that it's the way out. Oh, they doing it, niggas in the tub with the girls like they popping bubbly, and we gonna do this tonight, we're gonna do this the next night. That's just a projection. They ain't really doing that, man. Them niggas getting in the bed just like you. Like, man, I'm tired, man. I'm gonna lay down. They on social media just like you. If they're not enacting, if they're not performing on the court, which is controlled, if they're not performing on the field, which is controlled, if they're not getting Grammys, all that's controlled, all that's for you. All those are all projections for you to get a rise out of you, to get your emotion, So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. All right? Later.